In free-to-play old-school RuneScape, early questing is one of the best things you can do to set up your account for success. It lets you skip those early miserable levels that no one even wants to do in the first place. The 2 quests I'm going to walk you through today are classic prime examples of that. If you're new here, hi, my name is Joss, and this is my Surviving Free-to-Play series where I give you the perspective of a brand new old-school RuneScape account in the free-to-play world. I'm walking you through everything on this brand new account, but the caveat is we obviously have no membership, we have no money, and we have a very loose plan of what the heck we're doing. I am trying to make the best, most elite free-to-play account that has ever existed. The quests I'm going to walk you through today are Romeo and Juliet and Vampyre Slayer. Both I would consider to be on the easier side. Vampyre Slayer does have our very first enemy that we're defeating, but Romeo and Juliet you can kind of consider to even be like a walking simulator or like an errand delivery service, because you're kind of just going back and forth until the quest is over. But one of the best benefits about Romeo and Juliet is that you get 5 quest points. That's more than any other quest that we've done so far, and it gets you a little bit closer to the impending doom of Dragon Slayer. So this quest is less about power and more about I'm building my account foundation. That's the way you gotta think about it. Now flipping over to Vampyre Slayer, I am currently a level 17 with 15 attack, strength, and defense, and I'm going to be attempting this quest. I don't think that defeating the enemy is going to cause me too much of a pain, but at the end of the day, when you consider the reward that you get for completing this quest, you get 4,825 attack XP. Even at level 15, that's probably going to get me about 5 or so levels of attack. It accelerates your account, unlocks better weapons, and just makes future training of your account just a little bit easier. You may be asking yourself the question, why is questing in free-to-play so important? Well, there's a handful of reasons. So for reason number 1, you have fewer training methods. You have less XP boosts, you have fewer money-making methods, and you have so much slower progress overall. So the quests kind of become your efficient progression backbone. What are we waiting for? You now have a little bit more of a background on the quests that we're going to complete, so let's get right into it. The first quest we're going to start off with today is Romeo and Juliet, the classic. The only item requirement you need are cadaver berries, and those are attainable throughout the quest, so you don't have to worry about getting them beforehand. There are no enemies that we have to defeat during this quest, but we do get the hefty reward of 5 quest points. And this might be one of the best quests to do early on in your account. When you're setting yourself up for Dragon Slayer Part 1, I know it's far off, but we'll need to get 32 quest points whether we like it or not, because that's such a beneficial quest in the free-to-play world. Regardless of where you are at in Gilnor right now, to start this quest, we're going to be traveling up to basically like the city center of Varrock right up here. I'm in Lumbridge, and I also don't have the magic level or runes to teleport up there, so I'm going to be walking. If you can get there faster, go for it, girl. Either way, I will see you guys there. We're now going to start the Romeo and Juliet quest, so I hope you enjoy. We've got Romeo highlighted right here, and I did not even have to talk to him before he approached me, saying he was looking for a blonde girl that goes by the name of Juliet. She's quite pretty, and he is asking if I've seen her. I am going to select the option yes, I have seen her actually. At least I think it was her. Blonde, a bit stressed. He says, golly, yes. Yes, you made her sound very interesting. And I'll bet she's a bit of a fox. Oh my. Well, I guess she could be considered attractive. And he says, I bet she is. Woo! Sorry, all that jubilation has made me forget what we were talking about. You were asking about Juliet. You seem to know her? He says, oh yes, Juliet, the fox. Could you tell her that she is the love of my long and that I life to be with her? What? Surely you mean she is the love of your life and that you long to be with her? He says, oh yeah, what you said. Tell her that. It sounds much better. Oh, you're so good at this. The game asks you to start the Romeo and Juliet quest, and you select yes. You say, yes, okay, I'll let her know. He says, oh great, and tell her that I want to kiss her or give. You mean you want to give her a kiss? Oh, you're good. You are good. I see I picked a true professional. Ooh, yes, matchmaker Jaws. Say, okay, thanks. First step was to talk to Romeo in the Varrock Square. The second step is to talk to Juliet in the house west of Varrock. So I can already see, well, there we go. The quest pointer pointing me into this house over here. I'm gonna set my target and we're gonna go run over there. Open the door and go up the stairs. Looks like I'm gonna go through this door. Yeah, go through that door and then another door. And we have found Juliet. Juliet, I come from Romeo. He begs me to tell you that he cares still. She says, oh, how my heart soars to hear this news. Please take this message to him with great haste. Well, I hope it's good news. He was quite upset when I left him. She says, he's quite often upset, that poor sensitive soul, but I don't think he's going to take this news very well. However, all is not lost. Everything is explained in the letter. Would you be so kind and deliver it to him, please? You say, certainly, I'll do so straight away. And she says, many thanks. Oh, I'm so very grateful. You may be our only hope. She gives me the message, and now we have to go back to Romeo. Oh, Romeo. There's a lot of people doing this quest. I'm seeing lots of people running back and forth. I talked to Romeo. Say, Romeo, great news. I've been in touch with Juliet. She's written a message for you. You hand it over to him, and he says, ooh, a message, a message. I've never had a message before. You say, really? He says, no, not one. Oh, well, except for the occasional court summon. Oh, man. But they're not really nice messages. Not like this one. I'm sure that this message will be lovely. You say, well, are you going to open it or not? He says, oh, yes, of course. Dearest Romeo, I am very pleased that you sent Junebug Joss to look for me and tell me that you still hold affliction. Affliction? She thinks I'm deceased? Or diseased? Yes, still hold affection for me. I still feel great affection for you, but unfortunately my father opposes our marriage. Oh dear, that does not sound good. He says, what? Great affection for you? Father opposes our marriage and will kill you if he sees you again? You say, I have to be honest, it's not getting any better. He says, our only hope is that Father Lawrence, our longtime confidant, can help us in some way. Romeo folds the message away. He says, well, that's it then. We haven't got a chance. You say, what about Father Lawrence? He says, our love is over. The great romance, the life of my love. And you say, or you could speak to Father Lawrence. And he says, oh, my aching, breaking heart, how useless the situation is now. We have no one to turn to. Father Lawrence! Father Lawrence? Oh, yes, Father Lawrence. He's our longtime confidant. He might have a solution. Yes, you have to go and talk to Father Lawrence for us and ask him if he's got any suggestions for our predicament. You ask, where can I find him? And he says, oh, he's not my real father, don't you? And you say, I think I suspected that he wasn't. He says that we can find him in the northeast. You say, okay, thanks. And the next step in our quest is hatching a plan. So this is the part that we need to bring Kadava berries to Father Lawrence. We're going to go talk to him in northeast Varrock. And he is all the way up here in this church. So we'll set our target and head up there. We've made it to Father Lawrence. We're going to talk to him. He says, and let Saradomin light the way for you. Can't you see I'm in the middle of a serum? But Romeo sent me. But I'm busy delivering a sermon to my congregation. And like literally everyone's asleep. You're basically telling him that he sucks. He says, okay, what do you want so I can get rid of you and continue on with my sermon? Romeo sent me. He says you may be able to help. He says, Romeo, yes, a fine lad, but a little bit confused. You say, yes, very confused. Anyway, Romeo wishes to be married to Juliet. She must be rescued from her father's control. He says, I agree, and I think I have an idea. A potion to make her appear dead. Dead? That sounds a little creepy to me, but please continue. He says that potion will only make Juliet appear dead. Then she'll be taken to the crypt. Crypt. Again, very creepy. You must have some strange hobbies. He says then Romeo can collect her from the crypt. Go to the apothecary and tell them that I sent you and that you need a Kadava potion. You say, apart from the strong overtones of death, this is turning out to be a real love story. Now the next step is to bring the cadaver berries to the apothecary in southwest Varrock. So on the map, it looks like this is the area that we're going to be going to right down here. And in the quest helper, it says that we can pick some cadaver berries in the bushes southeast of Varrock. So they'll probably be, we'll go down this way, and then we'll have to turn left instead of right, I think. So we're now down in southeast Varrock. So we were up in this area. We just pretty much ran due south of where we just were. And you can see over here, there's cadaver bushes, there's red berry bushes. We have a little bit of everything. So we only need one cadaver berry. So I'm just gonna pick the one. I mean, I guess I could pick multiple just in case I need them in the future. And now we're gonna run back over to the apothecary. We're gonna talk to this guy, and he says, I brew potions. Do you need anything specific? You select the option to talk about something else and to talk about Romeo and Juliet. And you say, Father Lawrence sent me, I need a cadaver potion to help Romeo and Juliet. He says, cadaver potion? It's pretty nasty and hard to make. Wine of a rat, tail of a frog, ear of a snake, and horn of a dog. I have all of that, but I need some cadaver berries. You'll have to find them while I get the rest ready. Bring them here when you find them, but be careful, they are nasty. And you say, conveniently, I have some here. You hand them over, and look at that, he's making your potion for ya. He says, phew, here is what you need. He hands you the potion. And the next step is that we bring the potion to Juliet in the same house that she was in before. So we're gonna set our target right up here and run over there. And we talk to Juliet, and you let her know that you have an interesting proposition for her, suggested by Father Lawrence. It may be the only way to help her escape from the house and be with Romeo. She says, go on. You say, I have a cadaver potion here, suggested by Father Lawrence. If you drink it, it'll make you appear dead. She says, yes. And when you appear dead, your still and lifeless corpse will be removed to the crypt. Ooh, a cold, dark, creepy crypt. Sounds just peachy. Then Romeo can steal you into the crypt and rescue you just as you wake up. And this is a great idea of getting me out of here. You say, to be fair, I can't take all the credit. In fact, it was all Father Lawrence's suggestion. She says, okay, if this is the best we can do, hand over the potion. You pass it over to her. She says, wonderful. I just hope Romeo can remember to get me from the crypt. Please go to Romeo and make sure he understands. Although I love his gromless, lovelorn, sloppy ways, he can be a bit dense sometimes, and I don't want to wake up in the crypt on my own. She drinks it, and she says, oh, here's Philippa, my cousin. She's in on the plot too. She's gonna make it seem even more convincing. She says, yes, I'm quite the actress. Good luck, dear cousin. She says, all right, bottoms up. Yummy. I mean, it's a pretty color. Irk. And she dead. Dead. You say you might be more believable if you're not smiling when you say it. She says, oh, yeah, you might be right. Let's try that again. Oh no, Juliet has died? Perhaps a bit louder, like you're upset that your cousin has died. She says, right, yes, okay. I'm getting my motivation now. Let's try this again. Oh no, Juliet! She's dead! Oh no! No, Juliet! Ooh. What's all this screaming? Oh no, my poor daughter! Poor Juliet. Make preparations for her body to be placed in the crypt. It's like, why wouldn't they even ask any questions? They would just like do it like, oh, she's dead. Oh, well, like, what? That's crazy. We're gonna go talk to Romeo now, and we're gonna finish this quest. Romeo, it's all set. Juliet has drunk her potion, and she's been taken down to the crypt. Now you just need to pop along and collect her. He says, ah, right, the potion. Great. What potion would that be then? You say the cadaver potion, you know, the one that will make her appear dead. She's in the crypt. Pop along and claim your true love. He says, but I'm scared. Will you come with me? And he's like, oh, okay, come on. I think I saw the entrance when I visited there last. All right. Now we watch. This is pretty scary. You say, oh, be quiet. Ooh. We're here. Look, Juliet is over there. You go over to her and I'll wait over here. He says, oh, okay then. He's walking over to her slowly. So slowly. Hey, Juliet. Juliet? Oh dear, you seem to be dead. Hi, Romeo. I'm Philippa. Wow, you're a fox. Oh my god. She says it's a shame about Juliet, but perhaps we can meet up later? Who's Juliet? Oh my god. But that's none of my business. Yeah. Alright. The quest is done. We have 5 quest points. Good job. We have a total of 10 now, so we are about a third of the way to Dragon Slayer. Now moving on to the next quest after the warming, heartfelt story of Romeo and Juliet, we are going to complete Vampire Slayer. There are a couple of item requirements that you need for this quest. You'll need a hammer, 1 beer or 2 coins to buy one, some combat gear, and food to defeat Count Draynor. Recommended items are teleport to Varrock, Draynor Manor teleport, and some garlic. Enemies to defeat, you have Count Draynor level 34. Your rewards are 3 quest points and 4,800 attack XP. That is an insane amount, which is pretty crazy in relation to any of the other early quests that we've completed. Although Count Draynor is level 34, he does have relatively low HP. Now, that's not to say that this fight is going to be easy. I'm a level 19 with 15 attack, strength, and defense. I am going to attempt it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. I'm going to bring the armor that I have and a good amount of food so that I can eat. And, you know, hopefully I can run if I need to. But yeah, we're just going to start the quest and see how it goes. I did not have a hammer in my inventory, and it's also not an item that you can buy from the GE. If you go to Varrock, there is a smithing tutor right here on where I'm standing. If you talk to him, he will actually give you a free hammer. So you'll just have to go through the dialogue with him, and eventually he will give it to you. There you go. Got your hammer. Okay, cool. So the first step to Vampire Slayer is to start off talking to Morgan in the north of Draynor Village. From where we're at, it's a little bit southwest of us. This is the quest start right here. So I'm going to set a target and I will see you guys there. Now that we're here, I'm going to talk to Morgan. He says, please, please help us, bold adventurer. You say, what's the problem? He says, our little village has been dreadfully ravaged by an evil vampire. He lives in the basement of the manor to the north, and we need someone to get rid of him once and for all. Now for the disclaimer. Before starting this quest, be aware that your combat level is lower than the recommended level of 20. I'm going to accept that quest. You say, okay, I'm up for the adventure. He says, I think first you should seek help. I have a friend who is a retired vampire hunter. His name is Dr. Harlow. He may be able to give you some tips. He can normally be found in the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. He's a bit of an old soak these days. Mention his old friend Morgan. I'm sure he wouldn't want me killed by a vampire. You say, all right, I'll look him up then. The next step is to get garlic from the cupboard upstairs in Morgan's house. The stairs are highlighted right here, and so is the cupboard. So we're gonna walk up here, search his cupboard, and we got some garlic. The next step is when you need to either have a beer or 2 coins to buy one. We're gonna run back up to Varrock to the Blue Moon Inn and talk to Dr. Harlow. Going downstairs and opening my map. The Blue Moon Inn is right here, and I can't teleport to the mage training arena because I'm not a member, so your girl just has to walk. So I'll see you guys there. Welcome to the famous Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. We've got Dr. Harlow right here. I'm going to start to talk to him. He says, buy me a drink, please. And the option you select is Morgan needs your help. He says, Morgan, you say? You say, his village is being terrorized by a vampire. He told me to ask you about how I can stop it. He says, buy me a beer, and then I'll teach you what you need to know. I don't know why I think he's Western, or Southern, but that's what we're going to go with. You say, but it's your friend Morgan you're talking about. He says, buy me a beer anyway. You talk to the bartender. It's crazy that you go behind the bar to talk to him. He says, what can I do you for? Cost of your finest ale, please. He says, no problemo. That'll be 2 coins. You trade your 2 coins for a beer. Talk to Dr. Harlow again. He says, have you got me a beer? And you say, yes, here you go. You give the beer over to him, and he says, cheers, matey. And then you say, now tell me how to kill vampires. He says, yeah. Vampires, I was very good at killing them once. He appears to have sobered up slightly. He says, well, you're going to need a stake, otherwise he'll just regenerate. Yes, you must have a stake to finish it off. I just happen to have one with me. He gives you one. He says, you'll need a hammer as well. To drive it in properly, your everyday general store hammer will do. One last thing, it's wise to carry garlic with you. Vampires are somewhat weakened if they can smell garlic. Morgan always liked garlic. You should try his house, but remember, a vampire is still a dangerous foe. You say thank you very much. And now, so we already got the garlic. We don't have to worry about going back to his house. But now we have to prepare for the fight. I'm going to go up to the Varrock East Bank right up here and get all of my armor and gear because I think it'll be faster for me to actually change the plans. We're going to go to the Varrock West Bank, which is right here. Because that's kind of more on our way because I was going to take this path over and then down. It kind of sucks because there's not a bank anywhere closer. Now, I don't have the craziest gear by any means, and I'm hoping what I have works, but we'll see. I'm gonna gear up, and I'll need a ton of food, so I'll bring like 20 shrimps with me. The garlic can sit at the bottom because I don't really need that for anything. Now, from the Varrock West Bank where we're at right now, we are going to be going down here into the Draynor Manor. So to set my target, that's my path, and I will catch you guys there. Good luck! Okay, I've made it to Draynor. I'm prepped for my fight, so we're gonna do this. Enter the door, walk around. How do I get in there? Does it go? Oh, I have to go all the way around. Okay. So you enter in, you go through this door, and then you have to walk this way. I don't know if he's gonna like be aggro as soon as I get in there. Alright. There's no turning back now. Well, there is, but let's do this. Yeah, eek, that's right. Yeah, see, he's got 35 HP, which isn't too much. I have more than enough food. We are more than prepared for this. We're good, we're good. He doesn't even have a weapon. He's just hitting me with his bare fists. Alright, I'm gonna try not to even eat. I'm on it though, just in case. Oof. Come on, come on. I also saw a max hit there. I haven't hit a 4 on anything before, so that's pretty cool. Oof. 5? Okay, I'm eating. I know he can hit me too. I really wanted to try to risk it, but that was too scary. Oh, I'm really glad I didn't. I would have been dead. Heck yeah. Another max hit. Let's go. So like every time I hit a 0, he's basically like regaining health. Oh yay. Wait, do I have to use one of these on him? Something tells me I do. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Yay! Oh, I didn't even have to do anything. It was telling me I had to use the stake and... Okay, sick. Cool. Quest is done. Level 24 attack. Okay, my math must have been so insanely off. I thought I was only going to get a couple of levels. I got 9 levels. I got 9 attack levels from completing this quest. What? And 2 combat levels. We're now 22 combat. Oh my goodness. Wow, my math was so off. That's crazy. Well, if you're following along on your regular account, congratulations, you just finished your first boss fight at even a level that RuneScape doubted you could do it on. So that's pretty cool. And we are setting our account up so well for late game. This is awesome. If you enjoyed today's video, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and sticking around until the end. It was a pretty quick one. We only got 2 quests completed, but they were 2 very important quests in my opinion. During next week's video, I'm going to walk you guys through what I think is the absolute best way to train magic on a free-to-play account and also some additional money-making methods. I know, cowhide and hard leather, those aren't the only ways to make money. There's actually other ways too. Until then, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to keep this surviving free-to-play series going. Leave a comment down below on what the dumbest thing is that you think you've ever done on a new account or as a new player. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!